Okay, so in the previous video, we added the detail normal with a cavity map, but I said it would be nice to have some control over to where the detail is placed, and we can't really do that if the Uber control is in its own node. So what we're going to have to do is we're actually going to have to break up this control stuff into their own functions and then put them within the actual modules themselves. So like one will go in detail normal, one will go in normal, etc. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. So we can start with the the, the detail. Uh, so we'll do the specular for that now. Or actually, we'll copy the we'll just copy this normal one here. Go ahead and copy that. And let's go ahead and in the utils, let's do a new material function called mf quadrant mask dn for detail normal. Go ahead and open that up, and we'll paste in the normal information that we did before. We'll go ahead and change this to detail normal. So I'll pause the video and be right back. Okay, change those. Go ahead and we will set these to instead of the control group, we're actually just going to put it in the detail normal group. So let's figure out where that is at. 08 detail normal. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, cool. And let's go over here to this. Make sure it's in that same group. We'll change the name of this. Control detail normal. And then we'll do set and get. Or actually for this one, we are just going to do set material attributes. Or, no, we're actually gonna just go like this, delete that, and then we'll just do like an input here. So function input, and it's going to be a vector 3, that's fine. This will be normal. So we're just going to bring in the input normal, which is going to be our detail normal. And then it's going to use this mask to flatten it. We need to put in the quadrant mask. So let's go back here. Let's copy this and paste it. So now we got the quadrant map in there. And I think that should be everything. That's going to output the adjusted result if we have the control on. So let's save that out. Let's go over to the skin here. Go into our detail normal. And then we can put it in right where it says detail normal map adjust. So we'll go ahead and, whoops, what are we looking for? This one. So let's go over here. We can just plug it right in. And it should work right away. So let's wait for that to compile. Let's go over to mi uber skin and let's test to see if this is working here. So we're saying to do the detail normal map adjust, which gives us access to this control, which goes here. And let's just like change this to like 1,000 or something just to see if it's working. Cool. So it is working. Cool. So yeah, we got the detail normals in there. We may want to go back and clean up a bunch of this stuff later for what's it called? Just to organize things a bit. But we will continue on breaking this stuff up and putting it into the respective sections. So we've got the detail normal, so that's done. This is done. Just go ahead. We'll keep this up for reference here. Close out of that. Let's go over here. And let's do normal. So let's do a new quadrant mask. Let's call it MF quadrant mask normal. Paste it in there. We are just going to put it in the normal channel, so it's going to be 07 normal. This already has the same correct name, so we don't have to worry about that. 07 normal. Change this to 07 normal. Let's go ahead and output this and do an input and call this normal. And then that one, just copy this, paste it, and put it in there. Should be good. Let's save this. Let's go over to the skin here, go to the normal, and right after the normal map adjust, we're going to go ahead and put in the function we just made. So go ahead and save that. It's going to compile. We can actually go over to the control here, and we can just delete this entire thing. That should be fine. We'll just remove normal map from now. Cool. So we'll wait for that to compile. We'll go over here and check to see if we actually have it inside the normal map adjust, which we do. And cool, everything is working correctly here. So let's just say the cheeks again. Cool, that's working. Let's see. I actually wanted that because I made some adjustments to the nose tip earlier. Cool. Alright, save that, that's cool. And we'll go ahead. So we can delete or exit out of that one. You can exit out of that one. Go back here, we got a color. I'll just copy this. And then let's go ahead and do the color one. Make sure we get this right over here. Make sure we're putting it in base color adjust. So 02 base color. Okay. Go ahead and plug this in. Plug that in. And then do an input here for color. And make sure we change all of this stuff to the correct groups. Okay, go ahead and save that. I'll go back to this here. We can delete that. And then go to art color. And in our base color adjust, we'll just drop it in right at the beginning. That should be it. Let's save that out. So we just have the roughness and spec left, I think. Let's go back here. Do control color. Everything works. Cool. Okay, now do the specular. So go ahead and copy this, or here, let's copy that. Let's go here, call this quadrant mask specular. Here, do that, paste it in there, do input, let's call this spec, and then change all of these to 04 specular. Okay, let's go ahead and delete that. Here, go in there. And let's do quadrant mask specular. Okay, that should work okay. Let's go ahead and save this out. I did make a note earlier. There was a bug that I noticed. Let me just read through this. I think that should be fine. Just delete that. Since we're using the spec mask anyways, it's gonna have color information, and then if we want to actually change that, we can just use the adjustment. So that should be fine. Let's go ahead and close out of that. Yep. Just make sure this is working here. Okay, it is. Go back here. And the final one that we're going to do is roughness. So let's go ahead, copy all this, make a new material function. Oops. Let's go back here, see where this is at. It says 0.5 roughness. Change this. Do input. And that should be a scalar. And we'll call this rough. And save that. Close that. Close that. Uber control, we can delete that entire thing. Let's go into roughness here and drop it in. Cool, let's go ahead and save that. Okay. Save this. Let's go ahead over here, remove this, delete that, save everything. And now we can just completely delete our Uber control. Perhaps in the future we'll bring it back, but I think this is the better option since it allows us to have finer control over the end result, such as like detail normal. Save that, save this. So that also means we need to change these group names, but we can just leave it open for now. Maybe we can find something else to place in there. Let's go to roughness. Those things are all correct. So let's just change this really quick and see. Cool, so it's working. Let's go back to our guy here, make sure nothing looks too changed. So we might want to go in there and add control to the front of all these names, just that it helps to differentiate it from everything else. Um, yeah, okay. I will go ahead and do that really quick. Okay, so I went through and made sure that everyone had control in front of the name. That way it's a little more separated out from the rest of the stuff. Yeah, so by putting those things into their own groups, it kind of helps give us a little bit more control. Uh, say, like if we change the specular, we'll be changing the underlying specular and not anything that has like mass affecting it too. So those mass will actually have more of an impact if we do decide to do the control stuff on the bottom. So now that we've done that, we might actually have to adjust some of the masking parameters. I'm thinking probably the spec mask contrast. Okay, sorry about that. I was just kind of confused as to why everything was looking so kind of flat. It's because I had the roughness controls were kind of doing some funky stuff. So I changed some of the settings here. I think it was set to 1 or 0.75, so I changed it down to 0.5, and that kind of helped bring some stuff back. And this gives us our spec mask control back here. So looking pretty good. If you want to, you could always put all of those control functions into a single module and then plug it in like we had before at the end. You could just plug it in over here at the end or something if you wanted to, like have it as its own kind of section. I was just thinking it might be better to utilize those controls through the modules that they control themselves, so that the mask don't affect, or the controls don't affect the end mask. So if we wanted to just do detone normals, we could just do that instead of affecting the normals of everything down the line. Alright, so I think that's the end of that one. I think it's starting to look pretty good now. We're getting a lot of the breakup and kind of skin qualities as best we can inside Unreal. I think for the next one, I'm just gonna go ahead and bake out an AO map, and then we'll use it to help define some of these areas like the eyelids and the lips here, so that we're reducing subsurface amount for where things curve around. So I think that should help sell it as skin more, because right now it feels kind of too blended between the different creases. So we're kind of losing the skin quality. So I'll go ahead and do that in the next one.